Can algebra practice problems help with understanding factoring? Have you ever wondered if practicing algebra problems can actually help you grasp the concept of factoring? Let's break it down and see how practice can make a difference. Factoring is a key skill in algebra. It involves taking complex expressions, especially polynomials, and breaking them down into simpler parts called factors. This skill is essential for solving equations and simplifying expressions. When you practice algebra problems focused on factoring, you reinforce basic concepts. By repeatedly applying the distributive property and identifying common factors, like the greatest common factor, you build a solid foundation. This foundation is crucial for tackling more advanced factoring tasks later on. As you work through practice problems, you also develop pattern recognition. You will become familiar with common factoring patterns, such as factoring out the greatest common factor, factoring trinomials, and factoring by grouping. Recognizing these patterns makes the process of factoring more intuitive. Additionally, practicing different types of factoring problems improves your problem-solving skills. You will learn when and how to apply various techniques. For example, when factoring quadratic trinomials, you often need to find two numbers that multiply to a constant and add to a coefficient. This skill sharpens with repeated practice. Regular practice can also help build your confidence. The more you practice, the less anxious you will feel about tackling factoring problems. This increased confidence will make it easier for you to handle algebraic expressions. Factoring is not just a standalone skill, it connects to solving equations. When you factor polynomials, you can find the roots by setting each factor equal to 0. Practice problems illustrate this connection, helping you see the purpose behind factoring. Moreover, practicing factoring encourages you to follow the correct process. It is important to fully factor expressions rather than stopping prematurely. This ensures that your answers are accurate. To get started, you can begin with simple problems, like factoring out the greatest common factor from polynomials. As you gain confidence, you can move on to more complex tasks, such as factoring quadratic trinomials and polynomials by grouping. Step-by-step practice problems provide immediate feedback, allowing you to identify and correct mistakes. In summary, practicing algebra problems is an effective way to make the abstract process of factoring concrete and understandable. So, if you want to improve your understanding of factoring, grab some practice problems and start working through them today.